during the Roosevelt administration, they had the WPA, Works Progress Administration. Do you think something like that should be for the state of Massachusetts? You're trying to be the senator in this area. Would you work toward a program, something of that sort, to get people at the bottom? People have no job and have to pay a mortgage. People have no job and have to put food on the table and take care of the house, etc. Versus the stimulus money, or a lot of money, went to the bankers on Wall Street. They're the ones who created this.
I say some of those should have went bankrupt, as far as I'm concerned. If you really want to know the truth, but that's my view on it. But here's something that I was just discussing the other day with my wife. I said, a lot of people are on unemployment, and they've had extensions. I know of a program that it's not really creating jobs, but it helps a person feel better about themselves. And what the government, I've seen do, not here in the United States, but Canada, they came in during situations not quite as bad as this, and said, Lorne, if you hire Rich over here, we're going to pay his salary 6 months to a year. It's not going to cost you a nickel. We want you to train him in the graphics. We want you to train him in the auto accessory side. And a lot of companies did that. I know they're giving tax credit, but that's sometimes it isn't an incentive. But if you said, and if we got those people who are on unemployment working, and they'd feel better about themselves. Nobody feels good about themselves when they haven't worked for a long time, Rich.
Right, and especially if they have bills like a mortgage or a family, kids, and we have that. As you know, it's a serious problem in this country at this point. And yet, a lot of the money did not come down to the real, down to the bottom, Main Street. And talk is that, well, why can't, some kind of a program whereby money comes into the city of Fall River, it's used for, a work program.
That's a good idea.
DPW is short 15 to 16 people. It's not going to take away
the
union
police department's
jobs.
50 people over here that we're short.
It's not a permanent job. It's just that you show up, you get $10 an hour, you put in 30 hours, here's your check for $300. You find a job that pays better, fine. No benefits. To get some money down at the very bottom.
In order to do that, we have to make the state stable. What worries me right now, there's one thing that worries me, is that someone that's running in Rhode Island has already done the economics, and he's talking about cutting the sales tax to 5%. That'll suck the life out of Mass if that happens.
People go to
Rhode Island
to buy.
And I've been going through the governor's budget, and I've been looking at it, and there's a lot of unanswered questions that I have. What can really be cut out? Some things are going to have to be cut out of that budget, but you cannot cut public safety. I mean, we can't have chaos in the streets. We can't. I mean, we've been fortunate in Somerset. We haven't cut any police yet. We haven't filled 2 jobs on the fire, and we can live with that right now. But in the long run, Rich, we have to get people back feeling good about themselves, and if we could bring some programs in that would put them to work. I mean, people feel better if they're working. I mean, if you're sitting around home,
that's it. I've driven up the highway and here and there, and I see a lot of fancy sidewalks going in, and I'm wondering, is that really the proper place to be spending millions and millions of dollars?
The problem you got, though, is that sometimes when money comes into towns or cities, you can only spend it in that spot. So that has to be changed.
That's a problem. That is a serious problem.
It's not. I mean, when we in government, we have line items and we can only spend it on that.
We're at the end. I'm going to give you 30, 40 seconds. Tell the people why you want them to vote for Lorne Lawless, Senator.
I believe I can bring a lot to the table. I can bring a lot to the table because of my business background. I've been able to go in and look at budgets and come up with some solution that's saved a lot of money for our town. And I really feel that if you give me a chance, you will see, once I'm in office, if the people of Fall River and the surrounding area give me the chance, they know that I'm not doing it for myself, I'm doing it for them. And I promise the people that I will serve them with honesty and integrity the same way I've done it in Somerset. It's not about what I can get out of it, Rich. It really isn't, because I got to give back to our community, and that's the way I feel. And
Okay, thank you, Lorne. Glad to have you on a program, and
will you have me back someday?
yeah, I want you to
hope
come
you will.
back, and the offer is to any other candidate out there who's running for any office, actually. Contact me. The number will be on the screen. I'll get you on a program, and you can tell the public why they should vote for you. What are your credentials? What is your background? What have you done? Have you held office before? Give me a call. I'll have you on a program. Lorne, thank you, and you're welcome to come back.
Thank
we'll have
you,
you
Rich.
come back later on
Appreciate it.
when the race is heated up a little. Thank you out there, and I'll see you next time.
All right, thank you. I didn't do nothing, I just watched. All you gotta do is shut off the recorder, he said, he's out the door.
Yeah.
You did a nice job, I like the way you talk,
Thank you.
okay?
Thank you very much.
All right,
Hey, you need to get me into some of those seniors.
we'll get you.